Have you ever gotten that text from an old flame, the one that sends a shiver down your spine? A mix of excitement and trepidation? That's what Quiera Brown must have felt when Marvin Patterson, her ex-boyfriend, reached out after a while. Quiera, a brilliant and vibrant 18-year-old with a future as bright as her smile, wasn't expecting trouble. But that fateful day in March 2018, a simple hangout turned into a nightmare that shattered a family and a community. We'll never know exactly what transpired between Quiera and Marvin that day, but what we do know is that Quiera's light was extinguished far too soon. Her story, though heartbreaking, is a stark reminder about the dangers of gun violence and the importance of recognizing unhealthy relationships. Quiera's family remembers her as a kind soul with an infectious laugh. She had dreams, aspired to be a nurse, and according to her mom, Kenesha Brown Perry, Quiera didn't have a bad bone in her body. Everyone who knew her spoke of her warmth and genuine spirit. She was the type of person who made everyone feel seen and heard, and her absence has left a gaping hole in the lives of those who loved her. The details surrounding Quiera's death remain clouded, but one thing is certain: she was taken from us far too soon. Marvin's initial story to the police was that the gun went off accidentally while they were talking in his car. However, later accounts mentioned him pointing the weapon at her head. The conflicting narratives painted a confusing picture, but one thing remained clear: Quiera was gone, and her family was left to pick up the pieces. News of the shooting spread like wildfire through the community. Tears flowed freely at her vigil, a heartbreaking display of the love Quiera had inspired. Her classmates, devastated by the loss of a friend gone too soon, shared stories and memories, painting a vivid picture of the beautiful person they'd lost. Social media became a wall of grief, filled with tributes and unanswered questions. How could someone so full of life be taken from us so suddenly? The outpouring of support was a testament to Quiera's impact on those around her. She may be gone, but her memory lives on through the countless lives she touched. Marvin eventually turned himself in, but the legal process was a long and arduous one for Quiera's family. A plea deal resulted in a charge of negligent handling of a dangerous weapon, a far cry from what Quiera's loved ones felt was justified. The sentence, a mere 5 years in prison, followed by extended supervision. For Kenesha, it wasn't enough. "He killed her," she said, her voice raw with emotion. "Sorry is not going to bring my daughter back." The justice system may have run its course, but for Quiera's family, the pain remains raw. They are left to grapple with the what-ifs and the if-onlys, forever wondering what could have been done to prevent this tragedy. Quiera's story is a cautionary tale. It highlights the devastating consequences of gun violence and the lasting impact it has on families and communities. It's a reminder to be aware of the company we keep, to recognize red flags in relationships, and to prioritize our safety. We must learn to recognize the signs of unhealthy relationships and take steps to protect ourselves and those we love. We must also advocate for stricter gun control laws and work to break the cycle of violence that plagues our communities. This tragedy also sheds light on the complexities of the legal system and the need for reform. We must work towards a future where such tragedies become a distant memory. Quiera Brown's name deserves to be remembered, not just as a victim of gun violence, but as a vibrant young woman with a future stolen too soon. She was a bright light, taken from us far too early, leaving behind a trail of loved ones and a community that will never forget her infectious smile and kind spirit. Let her story serve as a call to action, urging us to work towards a future where such tragedies are a thing of the past. We can't bring Quiera back, but we can honor her memory by working towards a world where every person can live without fear of violence. We can advocate for stricter gun control laws, support organizations that work to prevent domestic violence, and educate ourselves and others about the warning signs of unhealthy relationships. By taking these steps, we can create a safer, more compassionate world, where every person can thrive without fear of harm. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.